good twist to just fuck up a perfectly good time. Hello, everyone. Give me a moment getting the, all this set up. A nice, fancy, blingy shirt. That doesn't really feel like a shirt to wear a tie with, but whatever. It's flashy, and that's okay. Today we are doing more of Edgeworth's story. The Turnabout Goodbyes, and I believe that this is the last one. Yep. Alright, so investigation time. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A little loud on my end. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. What was he talking about? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I'm swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing down before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. How about I look at the plant instead? Charlie's been perking up these days. And the bellboy's still doing his thing. Alright. Nothing new there. But we can talk to him though, which is new. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today and that's final. Okay. Kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of the 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. What do you mean a class trial? A class trial lawsuit in 3rd grade? You remember, Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, let's see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Oh, this is adorable. He even had spiky hair back then. I didn't do it.
Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you, thief. Give the money back.
Such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or in the library committee. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Did you rob that bank the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, look at this shirt. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. Went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else is no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles? Look at him. Oh, you had the same hair back then. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Oh, Miles had his money stolen. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. Don't need proof? Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? That Larry. That's how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Where is Larry in this? Like, he was pretty reclined there. Very well. I'll replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Wait, so they didn't figure out who actually did it? After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Okay, but no one figured out who stole Miles' money. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked at that class trial. That's when I heard his father was the defense attorney. Remember, his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. I mean, he sort of, like, he became an attorney that's famous. And then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. Not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. Tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. Guess he didn't want to see his old friends. Couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew it. He had to meet with me whether he wanted to or not. In court. What is this? Yeah, just become a lawyer offhand to go meet your friend. That's how that job works. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is this why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. To save Mr. Edgeworth is the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. Guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Alright. Let's do that. What do you think of this parrot, Butts? I was hot out there. Okay, he doesn't care about anything we show him. Does he care about the gun? I don't care about this at all. Nope. Alright. Let's go to the detention center. Hi, Miles. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Money? Oh. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Oh, look at this shifty-eyed man. The cop change at all? No, he's still just a pro. I like it when it changes based on everything. Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? Couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. Lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. Clearly, this judge was not the one running that court, because this judge is ready to declare anyone guilty if you don't show kind of innocent evidence. I guess court changed in 15 years. That's when I changed my mind. Started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. No kidding. It was that case that changed my life. Tomorrow on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it would not be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. You know anything about this lady right here? You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still. Mickey noticed. I'm just gonna present him all this stuff because he's like the only person I feel who can actually like help with any of this stuff. Or rather, like he's the one I expect to actually have useful information. Oh, you don't have any commentary on a metal detective or our bird that we got? Or with this? Nick, no! That's a photo of his father, don't show him that! You're right, now probably isn't a good time to dredge with those memories. What is it? Oh, nothing. Huh? Fine, I won't show him it. Alright, I'm gonna go to Grossberg's office this next. He should be back today, right? Because he was out yesterday. He's out again. When does he work anyway? No, don't be harsh. Just have to come back later. There's nothing new to look at in here, it looks like. Okay. Go back to Writing Co. And then let's visit Gumshoe. He might have something new for us, maybe? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him with this last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Good luck. I believe. Arrest that man. Oh, there he is.
Hey, pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? Got so worked up I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today.
The woods? Where Lotta was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping. Apparently the park ranger found out. Got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks, Gumshoe. Alright. Nothing else interesting here. No waterfalls. Not any picnickers coming here for spiritual training, Maya. Yeah, but at least one does. I wonder if we can talk to the park ranger. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like that hot dog stand is closed too. Guess Larry is too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Anything in the trash? Nope. Pretty happy about saving Edgeworth. True. Blake sure likes to cause problems, huh? Yeah, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies. Guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. A bench. You seem trouble with Nick? No. We're good. I want to... Oh, we can't even select it. Alright. That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
Never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Grossberg.
Ah, huh. Hello. What might you be doing here?
Out for a walk, hmm?
Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, not so sure about that. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Grossberg knows stuff about the DL6 incident because in the red, white, and blue one, I think one of the cases where we went to his office, he had the photo of the mom, so he was definitely involved. Caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? Yeah, looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. No, he just wanted to make spaghetti. Forest? Nick, the forest! There's someone in there! You're right. There's a few policemen in there. They must be looking for the caretaker. Good luck. Alright, I think I know. I think we gotta go to, oh, we can go inside the caretaker's shack? That's a surprise that it's open. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Quack. Hey, it's Polly! Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Quack. Can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Ooh, the dramatic music. Alright, well, I thought that we were gonna go over to Grossberg's office to get the latest and greatest of things. But that's also fine. So let's investigate a bit. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. Sure, they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great. Now the bird's gonna hate me. Everything's cold. This hasn't been back since the trial. Fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? We can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe better not. That's a weird logic bit you got there, Maya. What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? 1228. Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? Let's open it, Nick. Come on. Sure there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? Must be something of value in there. Not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. There's probably a clue. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. No name or signature on this thing. Handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, what would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Also says, this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Kind of suspicious that it's like exactly what we had. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called it Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? I just accidentally clicked twice. One thing's for certain, letter's an amazing clue. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Anything else in there? Okay. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. Not in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. I mean, that's literally all we need to show. It's like, hey, dude's guilty. Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You can picture the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. Should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Also, these are all saltwater fish, right? So maybe he's at the ocean somewhere. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. You know, you think? Makes you wonder if the dementia that he's pretending to have is also an act. Surprised there's no talk option. I want to show him the new evidence that we just got. See if he has any takes on it. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. See, revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now it's time to get rid of the 2 men who ruined your life. So if that is Yanni Yogi or whatever the guy's name is, why would he assume... Maybe he used to be a prosecutor or something? Like, Miles' dad was a defense lawyer. And I feel like the only reason someone would be mad at a defense lawyer is if they got, like, someone who was guilty off. So maybe Miles' dad defended someone who messed up with that guy. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? Also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Court bailiff trapped in an elevator with the edge of court bailiff. Fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh. Well, there's the motive. Okay. So that there's nothing else to do here. Oh, can I actually... Did we get a new talk element? There we go. Yeah, new talk one. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had called temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why do you want to take revenge on you? Right, yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Memory of a crime. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? The dream of my father's killing in the dark. Alright, we saw this. And then it goes dark. Using my air. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. But what are you? Stop breathing my air! No, father! He's attacking father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from the day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father! Ugh. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? You'd think about it that way. This letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal with DL6. I shot my father. Bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Damn straight there is. To Grossberg's law offices! Mr. Grossberg! Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth, he... I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well, also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. You know, little kids aren't really known for their intelligence, but why would you throw a pistol? No. Also, is my camera like slowly falling down here? I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Okay, that makes sense. He knows about this picture though, right? Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did. Huh? Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one. Gregory Edgeworth is a gifted man. Death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his clients found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that instant verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have an idea who wrote this? I don't know, is it Karma? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I don't know. Gregory Edgeworth. Oh. That thing he says right at the end there makes it sound like Miles Edgeworth and Von Karma maybe used to be pals, and perhaps he blames his death on that? Yeah, quite sorry, I have nothing to say concerning that. I was going to present him everything, then we'll go to the talk option. I assume that we have a new talk option from showing him stuff. And he says, yeah, sorry about what he did. In any case, it's good that the one shooting isn't Miles. You bet it's good. Can't believe the fiendish plane that went into this murder. We almost fell right into his trap. What a creep! True. Look at my attorney badge, Grossman. Okay, we got all that. Okay. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? It was a defense attorney without peer. Sounds trite, but it's true. No, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see? Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in as many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe! You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. Can't believe he'd killed someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Alright. Let's head to the police station to look at the records. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to wait, so let's get going. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. It's you. I don't think Gumshoe's coming back today. Oh, we already saw this, right? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Oh no, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But, I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there. Von Karma? Yes, he's just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry! What a save. I feel like something could go wrong in here. Look at this sweet mascot. The road ended yesterday. Did it now? Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. Sure, they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. Just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Oh, but this is open. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking at it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing here? Eh! Whoa, he looks differently when you see him, like, right on. Von Karma! You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. Let's see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregor Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth would tell the court tomorrow. You're right. So Von Karma's gonna bring up the 06 in court. Is there anything that I can examine while I'm here? Probably not, right? Case reports. Locked case files. Evidence for current cases. Flash shards half open. Only evidence for DL6s. Okay. I wonder if we should present anything to him. Like, I feel like one shouldn't because, like, why would you want to give him any more evidence than he has? But, I don't know. Do you think he would take this from us if we show it to him? Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Dude, he just shocked Maya with a taser in a police station. Maya, out of my way. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. Yeah, no. That's what I figured might happen. Let's not do that. Hey, look at my defense attorney badge. Fool, you think I, a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Bah! Creep. I'm not gonna present anything to you. Goodbye. I wonder if you have to, though. Do what you do. I'll tell you the DL6. Need to find out about it. Maybe I can talk to, Actually, have I shown Edgeworth that yet? Oh, I did. Never mind. Okay, I'm just clicking through because we saw all this already. Yeah. Hold on. Phoenix. Right. A records room taser necessary? Is there a way to, like, avoid... I just want to know if it's required. Sorry. I fucking love the Game Facts forum. Spoilers! Von Karma's like, I'm a-charging my taser. Well, Nick is like, don't tase me, bro, don't tase me. And then, shoop the whoop! Oh, that's great. Doesn't tell me if it's required, though. Like, I assume that it is. I just need to know, like, do you have to do it? Because I don't want to be spoiled on anything. I don't know. The TV tropes page open, but that definitely has spoilers in it, so let's not. We finished talking to Grossberg about things. I think all that we have to do is the Wrecker's room. Which is displeasing. Let me present things to him from the case and not from the DL6 to see if he gives me any information. He's probably gonna say that for everything. What about this? Nope. He's too smart. What about this? You gotta give me something for something, right? Okay. Well, with this? No, he doesn't respond to anything except the thing that's going to make him taser us. Holly Jenkins committed suicide. I mean, that's that. Alright. Alright, let's get tased. Indeed. Nick, run! There's no way to avoid this, huh? I can't believe that he's doing this inside of a police department. Like, wouldn't there be cameras everywhere? Ugh, he got us. Letter's gone, and he took the DL6 evidence. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya! She okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter! Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. Jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer or a medium, and I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. Wish I hadn't woken up at all. Aw, it's okay, Maya. You're still like the best cuddler that Phoenix has ever probably met, I imagine. You know, like, I imagine that they watch movies together, like, on a couch. You know? There's nothing else to do at that office, considering how many cases they don't get. Maya, she's holding something. What is that, a bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Could they be from the same pistol? Prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Prove it to you in court tomorrow. Save your progress. Yeah, I just wish that I didn't have to get jumped by an old man. No matter how swaggy and cool he is. This ascot. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. I only touched her shoulder. Guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Guys are looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Trying to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! Let's got into that gal. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Oh, sorry, how did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Using that parrot, probably. I guess. Alright, here we go. Court is now in session for the trials of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final days of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed and silenced by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness! Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court. Alright, let's save here, because I'm probably gonna mess up a thing or two. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I wanted to buy some food for Polly, you see. It had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, we need to press. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. Right, they both do. Both of them seem so relaxed. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see. Food? Oh, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? Impossible. Thought you'd come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I ain't got one. Well, this is the motive. This doesn't have Yanni Yogi in it, so I couldn't use it to prove anything. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. Impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be this same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over again. Been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Play dumb on karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident! I figures the judge would have heard of it. It's such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove he's Yogi? The parrot says DL6. It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them with the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Oh, I guess that's simpler than using a parrot. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? Yeah, you see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingerprints working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? As soon as the case has been decided, no? No, I know what happened, I know everything. Just can't prove it. Can't let it end like this, I can't lose. There has to be another way. Use the parrot! There's no one who can testify as to who this was. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? You can consider they might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Newcomer. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's parrot. Fuck yeah, I do. Order! Order! What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes? Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Montgomery's will read every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. Yes, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh, it's beautiful. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello! Squawk. What a good... Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know, what do we do, Maya? What did we say before? What did we say to it before to make it say the DL6 incident? Let's press it, I suppose. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. We need to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? What's to say? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6! If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Ooh. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Nothing the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Kalmar expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. Answers to Polly. Files on DL6. This, yeah, no. It contradicts the parrot. Do I just press it to talk to it again? On this one, maybe? Alright, here we go. What do I say? What's the safe number? The safe? Why? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1212? 1228? 1228? My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I don't have it anymore now, do I? Wait, it's not this, it's the name. The name of Polly, and then the DL6 incident stuff. What is this obsession you have? Where in this file is something related to that safe number? The victim data. No, shit. Shit. Okay, but that didn't hurt us, though. So hold on, I'm getting here to... We're gonna do that again, but with a name. What's your name, Polly? Polly? Polly, what's your name? Polly! Polly! Mr. Wright, I think we established the parent's name as Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity? Yes. We claim that the parent's name will prove our owner's identity. Then show us the proof. Who's the caretaker? We're going to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parent's names reveals the caretaker's name is on the suspect data. Oops. Did I hit the present button? The DO6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us. Well, stop wasting our time. Show us the page. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in the murder trial. We need some corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Need one more piece of evidence, huh? Not this. Why not that? There's a bullet. No clues found on the scene. Trapped in an elevator. The murder weapon was fired twice. I don't think that's... I mean, it's a coincidence, but it's not anything. Memory loss. Press the parrot. Alright, we need to show just our owner is Mr. Yogi. So he retrained her about this, but the safe number seemed to give us an option, so there's gotta be something there. Does. How can the number... Well, I mean, those are two pieces of corroborating evidence, right? What could link this number to the caretaker's identity? Could link this number. Well, wait, 12/28. Wait, what was the date? 12/28. Ho ho ho. On the case summary page. It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DO6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 12/28. He used the date of the DO6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Objection! I will now pay for all my Burger King using his card. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. Yeah, coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Ooh, the judge is, he's into doing his job now. Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness he doesn't remember. Oh, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is a real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. A letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. The plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. Thought this was my chance. After 15 years ago, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma. Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Objection time from Von Karma, or no? Is he really not doing anything? That is all. Court is adjourned. Like the DL6 incident runs out. Wait, did Miles just object to himself? Did someone just say objection? Wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. God damn it, Miles! Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment! What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. You have heard Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. What do I do? Objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! Certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitations was up today. Not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Why you gotta do this, Miles? I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I don't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder's murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. Getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. Confess that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. A real fight's just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Just like back in class when you proved me innocent. Kind of. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor? Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling you about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Is it the fact that the gun fired twice, and his nightmare only comes with one shot? That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. There it is. It was a terrible scream. I remember to this day. That's all. Until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Kammer was the prosecuting attorney. That's important. Mr. Von Kammer, you were handling that case. It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem of Von Kammer's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The murder weapon was fired twice. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. Plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mr. Miles' testimony? Victim data, right? Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental fire when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we don't know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yeah, the ballistic markings. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! No, Mr. Von Karmas, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Yeah. Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it. Oh, okay. That's not that. Any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Fired 3 times? No. I don't know. The second firing of the pistol being related to this. Do I? Well, this shows a bullet right here, right? Oh wait, they found a bullet in the heart. Okay, this, right? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. You can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. See a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness at the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who else could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the D06 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on that scene. It does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Miss Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. Undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. What do you mean, something else? Bullets make bullet holes. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fire was not found. Highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. And so all we have is the single bullet fired. Afraid I have to discount his claim. Pray to the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. Sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. So certain of it, I thought I'd won. Thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, we're wrong to think it'd be that simple. Guess it stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, but that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank and I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Ugh. Nick? I don't know, his case is perfect. Must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? We just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? Still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet? But why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. He didn't need it. He had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Bah, what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murder to frame someone? The bullet would be proof the murderer was cautious. Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? No, I'm grasping at straws, Judge. Come on. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? You don't want to admit, but it's true. You had to take it. You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance, maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? His long vacation. Karma did it. Just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only 1 bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. There's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. That would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Are we gonna use the metal detector on Von Karma's arm or something and find the bullet still in him? The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges in the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. That's an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yeah? Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Oh, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? The what? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah, you don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma perhaps too well. It's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. I'll leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? We're totally gonna do it. Well, Mr. Wright, can you provide evidence to prove I was shot? Yes. Yes, I can. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence to prove Von Karma was shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. I don't know if they can survive 15 years, honestly. Is that impossible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? No, he could just say he has a pacemaker, honestly. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we had to give it a shot. It reacted. Something indeed is in his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You! It was you! I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any other DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the record room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Hold on, we have one life left, so we're gonna save. And here's my final proof. This one. Right? That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. Taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. There's one issue here, right? With the whole thing. So the gun dropped. Miles throws the gun, which fires and hits Karma in the shoulder. The elevator door opens, and then Von Karma picks up the gun and shoots the dude. Well, I guess that's okay. If they're unconscious because of the oxygen thing, that's fine. I guess I was thinking there was a problem because I thought that he shot through the elevator door. Mr. Von Karma, you'll let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Warg. Ooh. What noises these are. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away from my father. There it is. The Warg. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? For Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. Bury you with my bare hands. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. It's careless. Sorry, but you have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. Must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just when the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. At least he's taking it. Like, it appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. And, Von Karma? That is all. This court is adjourned. We're not arresting Von Karma then. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. Pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! Gotta say I'm impressed. Pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. It's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Dr. Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. Been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wanted to stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. Gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face? Fiance broke up with him. Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Fiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Hey. Oh no, he almost remembered his name. Huh? Thanks, looking forward to it. Yo, no, Nick. that's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh, what a weird amount. I mean, not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Edgeworth in school? No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back at school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, 15 years ago. Come on. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor! Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all! Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! After that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why wouldn't we wait until he was out of detention? 5:02 a.m. Oh, went a little overboard yesterday. Head hurts. Huh? It's only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training. Wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. Wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. Couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? God, first train for the mountains have already left. To the station. No. Guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Well. So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Yeah, the bullet. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the build that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. Couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm gonna complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. Nah, I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Aww. Away she goes. With her weird broomstick head. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. It's good. That was great. I assume that that's like the end of the first game. Like this is a trilogy set. Hey, pal. Mr. Wright. Oh shoot! Talk about pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I work at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. When will this man learn? Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. Sure, he's grateful. Who are you? He was from the first case, right? Oh, the bellboy. Phoenix Wright. Huh, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. If you'd be in the area, please stop by. Well, then you shouldn't be bellboy anymore, you should be manager. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth. Let the scent of fresh lemon, you see. The music is really good in this game. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally putting out Miss Jack? Was it DVD? Something about Jack Hammer's DVDs coming out, I think. Huh. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. Sure, that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I don't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? I mean, you're running around wearing giant fake breasts, so... I can imagine if you took off the helmet and the kids saw your face, they'd be kind of confuzzled. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? There's a manual in this game? Oh, I guess it does for like the DS version or whatnot. Right. Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Alright. But, you know, snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her. The one inside the pink princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. I was shocked for a boy at my tender age. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh? Me? I'm a trained paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Is it a ghost of Gregory Edgeworth? No, it's Mia. Alright, that makes sense. Victory. That's cute. I like. So now we know where the confetti comes from in the guilty versus not guilty case. It's Gumshoe throwing it. Achievement unlocked. Turnabout goodbyes. Brand new episode. All right, that will be next time. I'm gonna end that today. But that was great. That whole case was pretty fantastic. Stop, escape. I can Alt F4 this, you know. Oh man, the graphics quality went up. Wasn't animated before. What? 2 murders at once? This is our teaser, I guess, for next time. In the police department? From Mia? Looks kind of like Mia's hair, but I mean, that would make sense. Yeah, not seeing any more of that. We're gonna load the save next time, and it's gonna be great. And we're gonna start it in that case. But for now, that's it for today. So there we go. Concludes the case of Miles Edgeworth. We solved a 15-year-old case as well as the more recent one, and it was fantastic and great. And this game is a really well done visual novel. It is. Playing Famicom Detective Club this past weekend, and how linear that game feels, as well as how like irritating some of the mechanics on it are, where like you're basically just like spamming trying to click through until you find like the right thing to keep going on. It's very 80s, which is it's a product of its time. But when you compare it to something like this, which is still very linear, right? Like you have to get tased, for example. It's very linear, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you have a choice for the most part, because you're making the moves and the objections and the music and everything like coming together. It doesn't feel like you're going through the motions just to like try to get to the next thing. It feels like you're really actually doing it. Like it's really easy to get into and sucked into, and it's really fun. So we'll get sucked into more of it next time. For now, though, I'm gonna stop. And it is one of my friend's birthdays today. She is a streamer, so I figured that, you know, we'll go say hello to her. Let me just grab her handle and also load her thing. 13 seconds before I don't have an ad anymore. But yeah, come on, raid at so-and-so. Valid username. Are you not allowed to use an at when you do that? I don't know what's going on. But it's not letting me raid for whatever reason. Or whether the /raid command isn't working. Raid. Huh. I don't know. Well, it's not letting me raid, but everyone just, you know, pop over to Just the Mess Games to go say hello. So, anyway, hope you all have a good rest of your day. Excuse me, rest of your night. There we go. Now the raid's working. I had to do it in a refresh chat window. But yeah, have a good one, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
You fool!